Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear students, I hope you all are well at home. Our efforts for you is going on, and today I am with you with the class again for the students of class 9 and 10. So dear students, today what classes we are going to help on, please. So dear student, I am Abdul Motalab, senior Shikhak, senior teacher, Police Lines School and College, Rangpur, and you know me well, I know. So dear students, before going to our lessons, just look at the picture. What do you see in the picture? That some women are crossing a river by the help of a bridge. So dear students, here if you look at, if there is a bridge on the canal, people can easily connect with the people of other side. So this bridge has made a connection from one side to another. So dear students, from here you have to take an idea what we are going to learn today. So our today's lesson is connectors or linkers. Dear students, especially those who are in class 10 and you are going to attend in this SC examination. So this chapter is somewhat difficult for you, I know, but we should not be worried about it. This chapter is not so much difficult. If we have some techniques, if we study regularly, it will not be difficult for you at all, I think. So sentence connectors we are going to study on this today. So, and this is unit 9 lesson 1 in your English second paper book. And so what will be our learning outcomes today, dear students? Today just we are going to learn define connectors. After finishing this class, just you can define connectors very easily and identify connectors. Which words are used as a connectors, you can identify them and use connectors to connect sentences. So our today's targets are only 3. So we can define the connectors, we can identify connectors, and we will be able to use connectors to connect sentences together. So taking these 3 only learning outcomes, we will go ahead. So dear students, so if we go ahead, so at the very beginning we have to know what is connectors, what is linkers. They have another name, someone call them sentence linking words, someone call them conjunctions, and this is very much popular with you, I know. So but in our textbooks it is called connectors or sentence connectors. So what is connectors or linkers? If we see the definition here, a connector or linker is a word that works as a conjunction. What I told you sometimes some moments ago, a conjunction to join 2 or more words, phrases and clauses together. So dear students, in my face-to-face class, what I told you, I can remember, I told you a definition somewhat more than this. A connector or linker is a word that works as a conjunction to join 2 or more words, 2 phrases, 2 clauses, and sometimes they can join 2 sentences together also to show the relation, to show the coherence and cohesion between 2 or more sentences. So dear students, if you have pen and paper, you must have to take down it on your notebooks, because we should remember the definition of any grammatical item so that we can remember when we need it. So our next target is why do we need them? Why do we need connectors, linkers? Why I have to learn linkers or connectors? Why we will learn? Here I am going to tell you. Number 1, they join ideas and show how those ideas are related to one another. In the definition, you have seen that their main function is to join, is to show the relation between two words, two phrases, two clauses, or two sentences. So this is one function. If I would like to show relation between two ideas, then in English I must have to use connectors. So this is another function of connectors. They help us organize our ideas. At the last one, I told you a sentence that connectors has been used sometimes to show the relation, to show the coherence and cohesion between two sentences. In that cases, this point is very much needed for you. They help us organize our ideas. If I tell two or more or five or six, seven sentences one after another, but if I would like to reorganize the sentences according to my cohesion and coherence, then I have to use sentence connectors. So another function, it's easier for the reader to follow. If I use connectors in any of my lecture, any of my sentences, if I organize the sentences by using connectors, then it will be easy for a reader to understand. So dear students, we will use this for three reasons. We will use connectors in a sentences. But before that, dear students, I would like to tell you more four things only, that as a student I should know where the connectors may be used and what are their function. So dear students, in my face-to-face class, you know, when you are in class 9, I told you the connectors or linkers, they have only four functions. What is their functions? They can join two words and words, meaning by using connectors we can join two words, we can join two phrases, phrase and phrase, we can join two clauses together by using connectors, and sometimes we can join two sentences together by using connectors or linkers. So dear students, so only the four functions, they can join two words, two phrases, two clauses, or two sentences. But totally these linkers or connectors can be used in 6 positions in a sentence. So where another 2 positions, the linkers can be used between two clauses or before a clauses. A connectors can be used between two sentences or before a sentence to show relation with the other sentences. So totally we have 6 places here. In this 6th position, when we go through a sentence, if I get these 6 places in a sentence, and if I need to join the two things, particular things, then I must have to use these sentence connectors. So dear students, from here just take 2 points. The sentence connectors, their functions are only 4, and they can be used in 6 positions of a sentences. When we will go through in a context, in a passage, anywhere, if I get this 6th position and if I need to use any connectors, then I will use connectors. So dear students, now again we will go to our slides. So in the slides the information was not, so I have given you this information. So dear students, if we would like to go ahead, so dear students, Just be specific. Just try to remember one thing. The connectors has only 4 functions and they can be used in 6 positions in a sentences. And why we will use connectors? We will use connectors for these 3 reasons. Let us go ahead. Asa. Just now we are going to how we can use a connectors in a sentence. Just you are seeing a picture here. Live in the hill. So now I have written a sentence here. Life in the hill is challenging. This is a sentence, you know. Life in the hill can be really exciting. So there are different 2 sentences about the life in hill. Now, as a student, if you would like to join these 2 sentences together by using a linkers, a connectors, what will be your techniques? I would like to tell you a techniques. As a student, you must have to try to understand the relation. You have to try to understand the coherence and cohesion in these 2 sentences. Life in the hill is challenging. Again, in another sentence, I am telling life in the hill can be really exciting. So these 2 different ideas, we would like to join these 2 ideas together. So what will be my techniques? What will be my motto? So this sentence is telling this is challenging. Again, I am telling this is very much exciting. So what happens? These 2 ideas are giving the different ideas. So to connect 2 different ideas, what type of connectors I have to use? I as a student, I have to know it. So if I go ahead, so dear students, as they are giving some different ideas, so I have used a connectors here which gives the different ideas. So despite the life in the hill is challenging, it can be really exciting. Now these 2 sentences has come together only for using these connectors here. So this is the way to use connectors. Again, here one student has joined these 2 different ideas in this way, but another is trying to connect these 2 sentences is another way. Even though life in the hill is challenging, it can be really exciting. So you must have to use the same connectors. It does not. Just if you show the real ideas, real relation between these 2 sentences, then your answer will be right. So one may write here despite, another may use even though and connect 2 sentences together. In another way, life in the hill is challenging, however, it can be very exciting. So in this 3 way you can join 2 sentences together. So it depends on your ideas, on your thinking, how you would like to join 2 sentences together. And you must have to, in which way you will think, you must have to that type of connectors, then your answer will be automatically correct. So if we go ahead, so dear students, so despite, even though, however are connectors, because by using these words we have joined 2 sentences together. So these are called sentence connectors. As a student of class 10, you know it completely. I believe it strongly. So dear students, again that sentences we can join in another way also. Here life in hill is challenging, therefore it can be very exciting. In this way I can think in different way. So again I am going to show you a sentence here. I went to a party, the music wasn't good. So dear students, just when you will read the sentences in the context, then just you have to find out the ideas, find out the relation between the sentences with the previous sentence and afterward sentences. I went to a party, the music wasn't good. So if I try to understand these 2 sentences, I went to party, the music wasn't good. So what is the relation? I went to party but the music wasn't good. But again, if I try to show the relation between the next two sentences, the music wasn't good, I decided to stay anyway. Then the relation between the next two sentences, again this is opposite relation, this is different relation. So again, if I try to find out the relation between this sentence and this, I met my friends. So I decided to stay anyway because I met my friends there. So though the music was not good, but I decided to stay because my friends were there. I met my friends, so I was staying there. In this way, you have to consider, you must have to realize, you must have to try to understand the relation between the sentences. Then it will be easy for any student to use connectors. We had a great time. Again, I met my friends and we had a great time. Then the same relation with these two sentences. Here is no different or opposite relation between these two sentences. So if I would like to join these two sentences, my connectors will be one type. If I would like to join these two sentences, my connectors will be another type, because it depends on the relation between the two sentences. So if you would like to, okay, I went to a party but the music wasn't good, because these colors and these colors, or if you call them sentence, this sentence and this sentence, their relation, they are giving the opposite idea. So I have used the connectors which is used to express an opposite idea also. Again, I decided to stay anyway. Why? Because I met my parents. Music wasn't good, but I was staying there. Why? The reason behind it, I met my parents. So these connectors I have used here because, but as they are opposite, so I have used here but. Again, these colors, I met my parents. So as I met my parents, so we had a great time. So they are expressing the same idea. So I have used here and, which is used to connect the same type of clauses or sentences or words or phrases. So these are the techniques, dear students. If we can learn this type of techniques in the connectors, then it will not be at all difficult for you, I think. So as we have a very short time, we would like to go ahead. Now, can you find a different way to link those sentences? We have think in a way and we have joined the sentences in one type. But if you would like to think in different way, it was our previous connectors what we used. But in these sentences, we can use in different way also. So what I am trying to tell you, it depends on your thinking, how you would like to finish your lecture. In which way, in which thinking you are thinking, you must have to depend on your thinking first. So in different way, I went to a party. I didn't connect this sentence with the, I have trying to connect this sentence with the next sentence. So my connectors will be different one. Even though the music wasn't good, I decided to stay. Because the same thing, but I joined here this sentence and this sentence. But here, I joined this sentence and this sentence. So, but this time I am thinking in different ways, so my connectors may be different. It's not a matter. But if your thinking is right, your answer will be right. Now, eventually, we had a great time because I met my parents. So, this passage is right and here it is also right. But it depends on the thinking in a passage, what I am thinking, in which way I would like to connect them. So dear students, now I am going to show you some connectors. So addition, when you will go through a passage, when you will go through a context, so if you show any addition with one sentence to another, then to show addition, which connectors we may use there. So if you must have to take down this, because to show any addition in a context with one sentence to another, then you can use this type of connectors. Additionally, furthermore, in addition, moreover, similarly, likewise, in the same way, besides, not only but also. All are connectors. You know how many conjunctions in our English grammar, all are considered as a connectors. So these are the these to show any addition, to join two sentences to show any addition, we have to use this type of connectors. So again, by using, so I have written here some sentences for you. Learning English is important. It is a useful language. It is the international language. You should learn it. You can travel around the world. You can communicate with people all over the world. Okay, so all are the different sentences given here. So if I would like to connect these sentences together, so what should we do? So just if you look at, okay, by using this type of connectors, we can use we can connect these sentences together. What will happen if I use this type of connectors here? For any reader, it will be easy to understand my lecture very easily, because they can understand the coherences, what I have told about learning English. So dear students, as we have no time now, so to show different, this type of connectors may be used. So if you show any differences between two sentences, then you can use however, nevertheless, although, or though, or even though, in spite of, despite, in contrast to, on the other hand, whereas, or while, on the contrary. In the context, if you see, you have to show the difference between these two sentences, then you can use this type of sentence connectors. Again, so dear student, here we have an important point for you. So these two connectors, however, and therefore, if you use these connectors in a sentence, you must have to use a comma after it. So I don't like when it rains, however, we desperately need water in our tent. But you must have to use a comma here. After however, we must have to use a comma. Again, if you use though, or even though, despite, or in spite, you know they are used in a complex sentence, they are used in a simple sentence. So after them, if you use another connectors here, then your sentence will be wrong. Despite that, it is not correct. Although is a connectors, that is a different connectors. Despite is a connector, that is another connector. So you cannot use two at a time. So just you will use although or despite. So dear students, just I have shown you that this is wrong and this is right one. And if you show any cause or effect in a sentence, then you can use this type of connectors in your, So to show any cause or effect, you will use therefore, consequently, as a result, thus, for this reason, because of, in order to, or so that. So okay, dear students, so if you would like to show any consequence, then you have to use first or firstly, second or secondly, third or thirdly, next, afterwards, after that, eventually, finally, before that, beforehand, etc. Again, other connectors, some other connectors, you can use them as a connectors. So dear students, fortunately, unfortunately, luckily, obviously, for example, for instance, such as this type of adverbial words sometimes may be used as connectors also. So you can use them also as a connectors in a sentence. So dear students, as it's an online class, you know, it's a virtual class, so I have an assignment for you, but it is not possible as so this is the possible answer of my assignment. Just you will show the video and you will try to understand why I have used them here. So dear students, as I have no time, I would like to give you an assignment for home. So dear students, just you will try to write a paragraph explaining a recent decision you have made and the reasons behind it. Use at least 4 connectors. You will describe the reason, but by using at least 4 connectors, you will use 4 connectors and you will try to describe your recent decision. And if you would like me to correct it and give you feedback, hand it in to me. When our school will be open or through my messenger, you can send me after writing, then I will be able to give you the feedback whether your writing is right or wrong. So dear students, so just today I have tried my best to give you some very pretty idea about sentence connectors, because you know within one class it is not possible for us to finish it. Just I have tried my best to give you a pretty idea, a surface idea about connectors. And if you watch this video at home very carefully and if you practice it from books, I think your problem may be minimized. So dear students, today I would like to thank you all again. And so dear students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Allah Hafiz. May Allah bless you all. Thank you very much.